Hi guys, my name is Manohar and we are back with the series. Today again I'll be covering VARC and I know that you guys have a lot of questions and a lot of doubts. One of the major or the biggest one being मैंने वो exercise के लिए for VARC before starting the paper, how much time would I give in an ideal situation like say last year जब भी 3 घंटे का पेपर था and each section was of 1 hour. So in that scenario, I would be giving about 8 to 10 minutes. Yes, 8 to 10 minutes इसमें चले जाते थे and 10 minutes भी हुआ तो मैंने वो buffer रखा था कि चलो panic mode हुआ तो 10 minutes भी जा सकते हैं. Now I'll tell you the logic behind it. If the paper is easy and I'm able to gauge what the passage is talking about, what the questions are, and फटाफट हो गया, वो skimming भी फटाफट हो जाता है, right? So it would sometimes take even lesser than 8 minutes if the paper is easy. So that also proves to be a benchmarking for me, the amount of time that I'm taking. Second, 10 minutes का 10 minutes के अंदर तो हो ही जाता है reading everything. So you just have to proportionately cut it down. So that boils it down to I think 6 minutes for y'all. So 40 minutes के paper के लिए you can afford to give 6 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes I think for this exercise, for the same my approach. And not necessarily सबको यही approach लेना ज़रूरी है. Just yesterday I was talking to a friend and who's in FMS and I asked him what was the approach that he would take and what he would use for his VARC section, and then he said that he had a different mindset with respect to VARC and उसने सोचा था कि जितना maximum उसको attempts दे सकता है वो देगा, right? My approach was different. My approach was it doesn't matter how many attempts I give, but जितने भी दूंगा I'll make sure that वो accurate होंगे, ठीक है? And not dissing any of the approaches, that approach worked for him. This strategy has worked for me, right? So again, use your discretion. अगर आपको लगता है that you would not be able to keep calm on the last day and you could not afford to invest say 6 to 7 minutes into just skimming through the paper and prioritizing, then that is your call. अगर तुमको लगता है कि नहीं हो सकता है last day पे you'll eventually end up abandoning the strategy, then don't do that. Don't practice it. Don't take what I'm giving you right now. Of course, there could be some elements that you could be adopting or there could be some perception that you could be developing, but don't do it if you think that you're going to abandon at the last day, because more often than not, the stories of tanking on D-Day are more about कि मैंने मेरे strategy को stick नहीं किया. Okay, so whatever strategy that you are developing or have developed and are tweaking right now, make sure that you stick to it. Those strategies I'm saying they should be liberal. ऐसा नहीं है कि इतने मैंने सोच के गया हूँ एग्जाम में attempts करने का तो उतने attempts करके आएंगे. That's not a strategy. That's just foolish behavior. So definitely don't do that. Okay. And doubt number 2 is VA पहले दे या RC पहले दे, and that is also completely your call. I would say I've tried both of those strategies कि VA पहले दिया and RC पहले दिया मैंने, and RC पहले देना work for me. There have been friends जिन्होंने VA पहले cover कर लिया है and RC बाद में किया. It depends. I think that मैंने I've really been very disciplined with respect to allotting time to my verbal section. So last 10 or last 12 minutes जो भी रहेगा last in my ideal scenario जब 60 minutes का paper था, I would give it say 15 to 20 minutes. Worst case scenario 15 minutes देते थे and otherwise 20 minutes दिया जाता था मैंने completely, right? So this was also in place for me, and of course there are friends जिन्होंने VA पहले दिया है, so that is also completely up to you, whatever has been working for you up until now. Again I'm reiterating right now, this is an add-on. What I'm giving you is an add-on to what strategies you already have in place. अगर तुम्हारा strategies in place नहीं है, so you could try either or, ठीक है? ये हो गया. And there was one more thing. There was a student who asked me कि भाई आप एक पैराग्राफ का समरी लिखते थे क्या, like in short, because it is so difficult to keep all these things in mind and to know कि अच्छा ये word exactly कहाँ है, because तुम control F तो करने नहीं वाले हो कि सीधा keyword मिल जाएगा. And that is very fair. That was a very good doubt, because I actually used to do it and I realized that I was wasting a lot of time into writing the summary, जितने भी minutes में जाता था, but वो काफी ज्यादा time मेरा waste हो रहा था. and it wasn't even giving me the rewards as much as I needed. So there was this one particular practice I started doing is if a particular question has some word, say what does the author mean when he uses this word, or what does he mean by this particular word, right? So when I'm writing or typing down the question number, the objective question number, right, उसके बाजू में मैंने ब्रैकेट्स में वो वर्ड भी लिख देना है, कीवर्ड, ठीक है. सो लेटर व्हेन आई एम पिकिंग दैट सेट अप, व्हेन आई एम लुकिंग एट द क्वेश्चन नंबर्स, जो ये ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस है, उसमें वो वर्ड भी आ जाएगा. सो व्हेन आई एम एक्चुअली गिविंग इट अ रीड, आई विल बी गिविंग इट अ थरो रीड एंड एक्चुअली कीपिंग इन माइंड कि ये वर्ड कहाँ पे आएगा, एंड वहां पे मुझे इवन मोर अलर्ट होना है. इफ पॉसिबल मैं उसको वाइल रीडिंग ही मार्क कर दूंगा, if not then I'll do it later. Okay, these are the things. And another thing would be, now ये table का और एक added bonus I forgot to tell you that whenever you make the table, now say the number of objective questions are less that you think कि हाँ ये तो मुझे लगता नहीं है ये हो पाएगा, okay, इसके अंदर भी I think ये ज़्यादा interpretation पे चला जाता है, and less on the direct question that is given to you on a platter, right? So the number of those questions will help you actively gauge कि ये पेपर और ये सेक्शन डिफिकल्ट है या नहीं है, ठीक है. सो DILR में the number of ticks would help you कि अगर ज्यादा टिक्स हो गए तो तुमको समझने लगेगा कि ओके ये सेक्शन जो है रिलेटिवली इजी लग रहा है, सो ये शायद हाई स्कोरिंग सेक्शन हो सकता है. बट द मोमेंट सेम लॉजिक में टिल्ड ज्यादा हो गए या क्रॉसेस ज्यादा हो गए, द ट्रैप ज्यादा हो गए, सो तुमको समझेगा कि ओके ये ना सेक्शन डिफिकल्ट है एंड इसमें शायद अटेम्प्ट्स कम जाने वाला है ये साथ. That is how you understand difficulty, LOD, level of difficulty जो कहते हैं ना केतन भाई, this is how you understand it. Similarly, extrapolating the same logic over here, अगर objective questions तुमको number of questions कम दिखे even in big sets and final में तुमने list देखा and उधर ओके ठीक है इधर तो questions ही कम लग रहे हैं जो directly इन लोगों ने दिए हुए हैं, so हो सकता है that you have to be careful in that particular paper and attempts नीचे जा सकते हैं, ठीक है, जा सकते हैं. Again, that becomes subjective, but this has been what has happened. This is how I actively assess the level of difficulty. Mocks dete and while you are prepping, you kind of develop that sense. Okay, so let's now get into this. I think I've covered most of the doubts जो भी आए थे मुझे लगे that needs to be addressed. और भी कुछ होगा definitely comment it below. Today we'll be covering mock test number 18. And let's directly dig in. So we'll first, okay, one second guys. Yeah, we'll first start with the box there, and don't worry, you'll be doing this on paper, and trust me, it's much faster on a paper. यहाँ पे since I'm talking also, so it takes a little more time than I would usually want it to take. So let's dig in again. Mock number 18, उसका VARC section आज देखेंगे. I'll move this here so that it's easier for you according to the strategy. यहाँ पे पहले मुझे summary लिखना है, PJ लिखना है, and OOO लिखना है, and let's start 1 2 कितना है ये questions. This is 1. We have all heard about search on planets. What about looking, okay, life on the planet, but what about looking moon, planet, okay, signatures करके कुछ है, researchers identified scientists, okay cool. Skimming through which of the following exomoons, ये this is about looking for life on different moons. Okay, planets तो ठीक है, moons में भी हो सकता है, basically वही है. Which of the following about exomoons asserted in the passage. Okay, so now think about asserted वाला questions, you have to eliminate it, right, because तुमको देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा बोला गया कौन सा नहीं बोला गया. So this is a relatively difficult question, so मैं उसको नहीं लिखूंगा इधर objectivity के टेबल में. Which of the following options aptly summarizes the passage. Summary, I'm good at it, but still it's not a directly given objective question, so let's stick to that strategy and इधर नहीं लिखूंगा उसको भी. Then it can be inferred from the passage, inference based. Okay, okay, relatively थोड़ा difficult passage लग रहा है अभी. Which of the following is true according to the passage, ये भी elimination based रहेगा, even though those things are given in the passage and I would be eliminating on that basis only, but ये कुछ directly नहीं दिया गया, right, by biosignatures or author means. Okay, finally a direct question, ये कर सकते हैं, इसको मैं लिख दूंगा इधर, and let's see if there are 6 questions in this passage. Okay, 6 question अलग है, 1 to 5 लिखेंगे, equal to moon यहाँ पे आ जाएगा, and we had only one question which was objective. Let's go to the next one. Conflict had existed between Spain and England. Okay, history piece है, एंड उसी के बारे में होगा फिर इंग्लैंड वांटेड अ शेयर ऑफ द वेल्थ हैड बीन टेकन, स्पेनिश फ्लीट मेट विद स्मॉलर फास्टर मोर मैन्यूवरेबल English ships. Okay, Spaniards made a valiant effort. I think they, yeah, superior English fleet and returned defeated. Okay, so यहाँ पे 6 लिख देंगे and let's see what was the main reason for conflict between Spain and England. Okay, main reason पूछा गया है, ठीक है. Not so direct, but yes, I'll still consider it to be objective because it seems to be, you know, something that I'm not going to be interpreting myself. अंदर मेरे को read करके पता चल जाएगा. And sometimes this takes time loading. Okay, let's go on to the 7th question, finally loaded. So how does the passage give evidence of Britain's military might against the Spanish Armada? Okay, ठीक है. Sixth one was a little more objective, I would say. King Philip did all of the following to make sure his fleet was indestructible, except, okay, his fleet was indestructible. ये काफी specific लग रहा है. लाइक उन्होंने क्या क्या स्टेप्स लिए. सो आई थिंक ये काफी पॉइंटेड क्वेश्चन है, राइट, बिकॉज मेरे को लगता है ये एक पैराग्राफ में या कहीं पे स्पेसिफिकली कवर कर दिया जाएगा एंड जहाँ पे यू नो कि अच्छा उन्होंने ये किया एंड ये नहीं किया. सो इट वुड बी इजियर टू डू दिस. सो आई वुड कैटेगराइज इट एज ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एप्टली समराइजेज द पैसेज. समरी आ जाएगा. Even though I'm good at it, I'm still sticking, discipline एक आ जाता है इधर कि you still sticking to the strategy. जो objective है वो ही लिखोगे. Can be inferred from the passage, ये भी inference based है. So और भी कुछ है क्या देख लेते हैं. I think 5 होंगे maximum. ये 5 तो हो गए. Yeah, there are 5 questions. So let's now नंबर देम. लाइक जो भी अपने को चाहिए था 6 to 10 हो जाएगा. इक्वल टू यहाँ पे हिस्ट्री लिख देंगे. ठीक है. इक्वल टू मेरे को लगता है 2 क्वेश्चंस थे. एक 6th वाला था जो कि आई थिंक इज द क्लोजेस्ट थिंग टू बीइंग ऑब्जेक्टिव. ओवर हियर व्हाट इज द मेन रीजन फॉर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन दैट. फिर बाद में और एक कोई क्वेश्चन था किंग फिलिप वाला. याद है, यू गो 8th one. See, right now I'm doing it eventually over here because मुझे पता नहीं है एंड तक कहाँ कितने questions है. But when you're doing it on paper, of course you can, write it down simultaneously. So it would be more efficient for you all. ठीक है. So there are 2 questions which are 8th तो है definitely objective. 6th वाला I think objective हो सकता है. ठीक है. Let's go on to the next one directly. जल्दी जाते हैं. 11 to gaining knowledge on various issues is a continuous part of human. Sun Tzu आ गया. Philosophy आ गया. This is going to be a difficult one, but that first look से तो ऐसे लग रहा है. Gentleman according to him, anyone who seeks education, knowledge is like food for mind. Philosophy. True according to the passage. Elimination based. Plate नहीं दिया है, मतलब इन्होंने ऐसे तो नहीं दिया है कि ओके ये ले लीजिए क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लो. 11th वाला तो नहीं करूँगा मैं. कैटेगराइज इधर मीन बाय बैड कंपनी करप्ट्स गुड मॉरल्स. इंटरप्रिटेशन लग रहा है. ये भी हो सकता है कि व्हाट डज द ऑथर मीन बाय बैड कंपनी करप्ट्स गुड मॉरल्स. सो आई विल मेक अ नोट ऑफ इट, बट आई कुड नॉट डेफिनेटली से कि ये ऑब्जेक्टिव हो सकता है. दे कुड ऑल्सो बी सेइंग कि व्हाट डू यू इंटरप्रेट इट एज और व्हाट इज द कॉन्टेक्स्ट दैट इट इज गिवन इन द पैसेज, राइट. मोस्टली तो वही होगा. सो 12th को डेफिनेटली आउट टेक अ पॉइंटर एंड वो मैंने जो उन्होंने मेंशन किया है those particular words, I'll also take a note of that. Bad company corrupts good morals. ठीक है. 12th एक हो सकता है which about learning is asserted in the passage. No. To the author emphasizes on all of the following. Wow. Okay. This is a difficult passage in encouraging learning. एकदम ही वेग सा क्वेश्चन. 15 तक ये होगा. फिर ये भी 5 आ गए इसमें भी. सही है. 15 इक्वल टू फिलोसफी. जू का है ये. इक्वल टू यहाँ पे सिर्फ 12th का लिखा मैंने. एंड आई जस्ट टेक नोट ऑफ व्हाट दे वर टॉकिंग अबाउट विच इज बैड कंपनी वाला जो स्टेटमेंट है. बैड कंपनी. ओके. नाउ लेट्स गो टू द 16th वन. वहाँ पे देख लेते हैं क्या है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट बेस्ट. पैसेज नहीं पढ़ा हमने. Where does the mind end and world begin? Is the mind locked inside its... Wow, okay. Consider, an idea, one problem with Otto's example. Human thought is so deeply different from that of other animals, even though mind and है तो ये भी फिलोसफी के तरफ ही. या एनीवे, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट बेस्ट प्रेजेंट्स क्लार्क्स व्यूज. ओके, समरी, क्लार्क के व्यूज की समरी बेसिकली पूछी गई है. 16 से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. Which of the following statements would not substantiate the fact that we are all cyborgs in the most natural way? This I would categorize as objective because cyborg वाला जो point हो सकता है वो काफी specific हो and it would be easier. ठीक है, to counter it. Which of the following statements strengthen the author's opinion about Clark's study? Okay. ठीक है. Oh wow, that ended. This would be my least favorite one then. ये भी philosophy है ऐसे तो. And there's only one objective question over here. 17 था शायद. Right, 17. And देखिए अभी इधर इसको पीछे रखने का लॉजिक यही रहा है कि पैसेज बड़ा है and there are only 3 questions and philosophy है, पैसेज भी heavy है, right? So it's going to take time for me to process the entire thing. ठीक है, now let's move on to अपना general bifurcation. Okay, so 18 पे आ जाते हैं जल्दी से. right, 18 हो गया. Okay, choose its number and answer and key it and identify the odd one out. यहाँ पे 19 लिख देंगे. Let's go on to 20. 20 भी वही है. 7 the proper order. Okay. यहाँ पे 20 भी वो है. पीजे में 21 आ गया. Then 22. Okay, 22 तक है ये. 22. यहाँ पे we will be going on to the next one. 23 is a summary. 24 is a summary. 25 is a summary. 26 है लगा. ठीक है. So 23, 24, 25 and there we are good to go. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. I dedicated the first like 6-7 minutes to completely addressing your doubts. I hope that would be a little more helpful than just going over the strategies again. I'm just showing you that देखिए अभी number of objective questions are much lesser. So this goes to show that ये जो paper है ये difficult है. 2 philosophy के heavy questions, heavy passages है. And this is the kind of paper that I would be careful about. जो भी आंसर मैं अभी यहाँ पे मार्क करने वाला हूँ, I would have to rethink about the kind of answer that I'm going to be marking, because कोई अगर ज्यादा ऑब्जेक्टिव वाले क्वेश्चन हो जाते हैं तो यू ऑल्सो नो दैट पेपर सेटर ने एक इजी पेपर के माइंडसेट से ही पेपर सेट किया है. ओके, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे थिंक दैट इट्स ऑल ह्यूमन. पीपल आर डूइंग दिस, पीपल आर मेकिंग पेपर, सो उसका भी एक एजेंडा होता है, ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है. या बेस्ट ऑफ लक गाइज, विल सी ऑल इन द नेक्स्ट वन. थैंक यू.